Boris Said has got to be the quintessential road course ringer. Having raced in the SCCA and IMSA for about 8 years where he found a lot of success, Boris began racing in NASCAR. The first series he started racing in was a NASCAR Truck Series, where he debuted at the 1995 race at Sonoma. 3 years and 53 starts later, he returned to the track where he began his career and would put together a drive that gave him his crowning achievement in the division. This is a story of Boris Said's Lone Truck Series win. The 1998 Kragen Exide 151 at Sears Point would be the 24th of 27 Truck Series races that year, and would be the last Truck Series race at Sonoma until this very year when the series returned on June 11th, 2022. Boris was coming to the end of his second full-time season in the Truck Series, a year that wasn't going too well for him. He had only 2 top 10s at this point, those coming at Watkins Glen and Auto Club. After he DNF'd for the 4th time that season at Martinsville, Boris and his Irvin Simo racing team were looking to get some good results towards the end of the year. Boris would qualify second for the race at Sonoma, alongside fellow road course ringer Tom Hubert, who'd start from the pole for the only time in his NASCAR career. Also, 1998 was the first year where the short chute was used instead of the carousel, albeit the short chute that was used back then was much quicker than nowadays. To the actual race now, and Tom Hubert would get off to a great start, grabbing the lead before we got to turn 2. Hubert held the lead as we went to our first commercial break after only 2 laps. And no, I'm not even kidding, 2 laps passed and we already have our first commercial break. And to add icing on top of the sundae, Boris would take the lead under this commercial break with a nice move into the hairpin. Boris would hold the lead until lap 17 when Hubert retook the lead. After a 3rd commercial break, we would cut back to complete chaos. Points leader Ron Hornaday broke an axle and pulled behind the wall. Meanwhile, Butch Miller would spin in the S's and get damage on his right front, and Boris Said would retake the lead before the caution would come out. During the first yellow of the day, the whole field minus Tom Hubert would come into the pits. Hubert would restart from the lead while Said was running all the way down in 10th. The following restart would be pretty clean, minus Butch Miller stopping in turn 2 and bringing out the second full course yellow of the day. After the 18 truck was cleared, we would go back racing with Hubert still in the lead on his ancient tires that were probably screaming in pain at this point. Hubert held off any charge from Mike Bliss in second, while Boris had made it up a few places. Terry Fisher would crash early on lap 33 and pick up a significant amount of damage that would pretty much end his day, but not bring a caution out yet. However, as he was coming back to the pits, his front left tire would come apart, leaving debris on the exit of turn 7 that would bring the caution out by lap 34. Under this caution, Tom Hubert would still refuse to pit for tires, hoping to God that a perfectly timed yellow would come out. Well, judging from the title of this video, you can tell that that miracle wouldn't come for him. With Hubert's tires as good as dead, Said, who had restarted 4th, took the lead after a nice battle. So nice in fact that I'm going to shut up so you can see it for yourself.
Getting ready to make that one and only stop.
Here's the pass for the lead. Boris Said on the attack on the outside. Up the hill they go. Hubert reluctant to let the position go, having the preferred line till they get to the top of the hill, and now it's Boris' turn to hit the apex first. This is a good side-by-side race.
It really is. And again, remember, again, we emphasize the fact Tom Hubert has tires with 38, 39 laps on them.
And he used them well.
By the end of the lap, Hubert finally came in for 4 tires, hoping a caution would come out so he can catch back to the field. A caution that would come from his very own crash. It didn't really matter though, because by that point, Boris had taken complete control of this race. From lap 39 to the very end, Boris Said would only relinquish the lead to Rick Corelli for a single lap. After leading 47 of the 77 laps, Boris Said would win the 1998 Kragen Exide 151, taking his only checkered flag in the NASCAR Truck Series. Mike Bliss would finish second, and Tom Hubert would be 27th, continuing a streak of 13 races where the truck pole sitter couldn't convert it into a win. So that was the story of not only Boris Said's Lone Truck Series win, but also the story of the last Truck Series race at Sonoma until the green flag later today. Let me know what you thought about Boris's drive in the comments, along with suggestions on what I can cover in the future. Thank you for watching, and have a great afternoon.